going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Kevin Jagwitz. This is the Cage Review, and this is going to be a reaction for Shang Tsung's gameplay footage. They showed this last week. I'm catching up on some things. You just gotta, give me a break when it comes to some of the stuff. I do it when I can. I really wanted to check out the Shang Tsung gameplay, though. I'm a big fan of MK11. The game, honestly, is the best game they've ever put out. People bitch about the microtransactions and stuff like that. It's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be, and I actually had my own little post about that. But Shang Tsung is a character that I like, but he's not like a big character to me. Big characters to me are Shao Kahn, Scorpion, Ermac, Kung Lao. But I love that they're using Cary Tagawa as the actual voice actor for this. Cary Tagawa is the guy who played Shang Tsung in the original movie. They brought him back, and so you kind of get some kind of old school, there's a certain nostalgia about it, you know what I mean? So I really like that they did that. I am curious to see how his gameplay is. Shang Tsung in a couple of games has been really difficult. He's been pretty killer, honestly. I've gone up against some Shang Tsung players. It gave me a lot of problems. So it'll be interesting, see what they got. So ladies and gentlemen, I already saw the trailer for him. Looks good. He can morph into the other ninjas, which is awesome. So let's see what we have in store here.
So, Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung, I'm actually super excited. He is one of those characters where I'm not like a huge fan. Like, he's not someone I typically play. But I've been playing him for work, and
funny.
I really enjoy playing him. I think he has awesome space control and zoning. He's kind of like up there with Cetrion as space control character, and I'm super into it. So let's just go straight in.
So real quick though, you can give some show them some walk. Archetype-wise, you're looking at maybe, like you said, space control, some zoning.
Zoning for sure. Really good footsies.
Okay.
Really good footsies.
He doesn't have like the best mix-ups or the best combos, but he kind of regulates the screen, and then he has some really interesting, weird trap moves thrown in too.
Yeah, and since today we're showing one character today, obviously, we're going to we have 3 loadouts, I believe.
Yes.
With maybe a
very fun third loadout.
Okay. I'd like to point out the awesome classic Sub-Zero skin. I mean,
yes.
Are we just not going to talk about that, or
Oh, now we can.
Okay. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I can't wait for everybody to get their hands on the classic skins, man. It's one of the most demanded things that we get is, where's the classic skins?
Yeah.
We listen. Here you go, guys.
And people also demand for Sub-Zero to be beat up in every single thing we do, right?
Hold on. Now, I am conscious of that, and I wanted to use Scorpion for this because Noobs doesn't show up well because he's, all black. Right. And Scorpion, there's a particular move I want to show that I need Ice Ball for.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
The Sub-Zero fans that always tweet, I know, this time we have to use it, but it's okay.
All right, let's do it.
We're doing it out of love.
Think of it as another member of Lone Quay that's wearing the costume.
Got it.
Cool.
Anyway, the first thing I want to note, I want to geek out hard for his stance, the Snake MK3, MKDA. I'm all in on that. And you can see a lot of his F-style, his fight moves, use Snake style.
Yep.
I think that's super
Right
cool.
on.
It's a cool throwback.
That is
So
cool.
let's start with his throws. You'll see a lot of his stuff is super effects heavy. He's not doing everything he does physical. He also mixes up with magic, and I think it's really cool because something I thought of before.
I like that one. I saw that one in the trailer.
They talk about what a sorcerer he is, but honestly, he pretty much just does skulls and soul steal.
Yeah.
So I really love all this stuff that uses the lava.
He pulls out the scroll and stuff like
Yes.
that. I mean, you actually see more of the magic coming through.
Exactly.
It's
I think that's really cool.
A J. Edwards special. He did
And
an
you can't,
awesome job.
You can't see it here.
It's kind of an
His
interesting
throw
throw
is a
there.
little different than others.
Yes, he actually gains back a little bit of health.
What?
But
Oh, that's cool.
You can't see that because he has 100%.
sure, but
That
also
is
his
tight.
forward throw only does 100 damage.
Right.
So you're losing 40
Right.
damage off of it to gain that 40 back.
Right.
So here's a couple of the key normals I wanted to show.
Okay.
I think his premier normal, the normal that defines it, is his forward 2, and it's this really long range mid. And there's a couple options from it. You can do this string, which looks awesome, and that combos in the corner. So this string is actually plus on block. So when he blocks it, he can move before the opponent. So he can do his down 3.
Oh, nice.
Go back
for
into
a throw.
pokes. Yeah.
Exactly. But it has a huge gap. If the opponent knows they're going to do it, they can attack through it. They can even just do a standing jab, and they get a full combo punish.
Right.
So he also has to complement it, this one, which ends in a kick, and this does not combo in the corner. It's not plus.
Is that a high?
It is not.
Nope.
The opponent has to block it, and here's what's really cool.
It does something a little special, doesn't it?
Oh.
That was a bad recording. If it's a counter hit, it gets a crushing blow.
Nice.
So the meta
Nice.
here would be you're pressuring it with this, you're getting your plus flames, you're looping it. Sometimes I walk back and bait it down 1. Sometimes I do his down 3, which has really good range. And then when they start interrupting it, that's when you go to this. And then once per game, you're going to get that juicy, crushing blow.
Oh yeah.
And it's one of those characters where, like,
Nice.
you might not be winning the match if you don't pull that. Like, you're going to get that one every match if you're playing.
Yeah, it's definitely a core part of his gameplay. So the only real downside to this move is that it's kind of slow, and that's complemented by his back 1, which is a really fast move. I think it's like 13 frames or something like that. And
Oh,
you
that
can,
was
like-
an awesome jump attack too. Sorry.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
his
Yeah, I'm
economy
just
stuff-
now like getting into like frame rates
and he
and
can
stuff with the
confirm that
game.
into his Soul Steal or his Fireballs.
I'm
or
starting to
whatever.
figure out the little
He's not going to get like
minutia.
a huge reward off it, but that's kind of like the fast move you use if you're up close, and then this is too slow to use.
Right.
Another cool one. This Lava String. I'm a big
That's
fan of
tight.
this because
I like the
this
way
is
it
actually
looks.
a tribute to MKDC Universe. Remember that?
Yep.
I do.
That's awesome.
One of those combo challenges had that
It was
in it.
insanely
It was
hard.
so hard. I
It was
remember.
insanely hard. Yeah.
Here's the thing I like about Shang Tsung. And I guess let's keep moving with this because I
That's
have a point I
tight.
want to make later, but I want to show some
Okay.
of those moves first. When we get into the specials and stuff.
All right, so let's go into the specials. First off, the skull's back. It's pretty much exactly what you want. A fast projectile.
Does it scream?
The sound effect is great. I was spamming it earlier against someone and like really all in on the sound effect. He can amplify it to do 2.
Yeah,
He
that is
actually
cool.
cannot amplify it to do 3 anymore. You got to settle for 2, but we might get back to that later.
Okay. Okay.
Also back is the Soul Steal.
Of course.
He morphs into the opponent for about 6
That's
seconds or so.
tight.
So there's something interesting about this. When he's morphed,
I really
he
do
gains
like
access
that.
to all their crushing blows. So he actually will get like 10 crushing blows, which is way more than anyone else.
Right.
Literally twice as much as anyone else.
Ooh.
So
If you can
if
pull
he
them
does
off.
a down 2 as the opponent, that counts as his down 2. He
Right.
can't do another down 2. However,
If he does it at Sub-Zero, he can't do it at Shang Tsung.
correct. However, if he does one of Sub-Zero's, like if he does Sub-Zero's slide one, that doesn't take away from his Shang ones.
Right.
The downside is it will actually do 50% less. So you get this huge pool of crushing blows, but they're going to do 50% less.
Sure.
He can also,
When
Yeah.
you're the opponent.
when you're the opponent,
But
correct,
you still have to do the
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 requirements.
requirements.
So,
yes.
so for getting the main one you want with 50% off of his slide,
Yes.
isn't that bad.
Right.
So you'd have to maybe turn into Sub-Zero a couple times probably to get that to work.
Yes. You can also meter burn it to actually extend the time that you're the opponent.
Gotcha.
And Soul Steel's pretty
Oh,
much
that's
expect
cool.
really good range. It is punishable, but it's going to be like stuff like Sub-Zero slide. So it's a pretty good like mid-range move that check. He also has this.
I like
brand
that you
new
can
move,
meter
which is
burn to
actually his
extend
own
the
kind of slide. It's a
transformation.
mid. It doesn't reach full screen, but it's really fast, and you can use it to like punish stuff. Secondly, a new move, and this is again an
Right.
example of him using sorcery in ways he never has, is Corpse Drop, where a dead body, which for some reason has a huge belly, I love that,
Because it's bloated.
falls from the sky. Oh, that makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
And if you amplify it, it becomes overhead low and does hella damage.
That's awesome.
And he has a close,
That's
medium, and very
crazy.
far version that he can use. So it kind of complements his space control moves. Like they're kind
Cool,
of
I
regular
like
because of
that.
the fireball, and they got to be ready to block that. And the low has massive radius too. Like you can see the blood will actually hit them, and it can kind of trip them.
Here's what I was going to talk about when it comes to Soul Steal. You read a lot of people online like having character crisis, like who do I play? Who do I play?
Right.
Shang Tsung's a great player because you've probably practiced 15 people on the roster. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you might know how to like. I was looking at this. Our friend John Anderson behind the desk is a Shao Kahn player. He's also played a lot of other characters. Tends to lean towards bad, bossy characters. I feel like maybe Shang Tsung's one for you to look at, John.
Is it, what were you laughing about, Derek?
Oh, no, nothing. You're just
Bad
bad.
bossy
Okay.
characters.
Yeah, you're just generally bad.
Wow.
So one more new move is, I call it Comet Skull. He summons these from the sky, and this is a awesome space control move. If you amplify it, it's actually safe on block, and you cannot interrupt it. Like, so you can hit confirm into it and get pretty juicy damage, and it's also a great block string. Like if you watch here,
That's cool.
he's safe, and he'll be pushed away
I was gonna say, on the
pretty
pushback,
hella.
yeah.
So I think
That's
this is a
cool.
great keep out tool. Like you want to be in range for your forward too, and you don't want to be close to the opponent, you want to be ranged for soul steal, all that kind of juicy stuff, he can use this, kind of get out of dodge, and on hit, get pretty good damage. It's
I do like how far it pushes.
definitely like a why
cool.
not move, in my opinion. I think like Wound Cowboy will find a way to downplay this, but sane people will recognize it as an awesome zoning tool.
When I play new characters, I always like to look for what kind of tools I can use with Last Breath. And
That's a good
this
one.
this seems
Yeah.
like a really good place to go.
Yeah.
It's gonna chip them out, right?
Yep. So you're getting how many hits of that just in block?
It's 3.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah, amplify
perfect.
3.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll kill 'em.
So, let's go into the loadouts.
What do we have, Stephanie?
For this one, I gave him Shake. He actually transforms into smoke, and it behaves just like MK9. You can hold it, and if they do a projectile,
You get hit by it and freeze.
Man, I don't know if
Drop
you
down.
remember playing Trevor Smoke,
I do.
but I got hit with that all day long by Trevor.
I played Waffles the most, and while he was a good player, he'd always forget about Shake.
Oh, I can't forget about Shake.
If you amplify it, you can actually absorb normal attacks, and this has a crushing blow. So the way it works is, it's if you do it twice in a row. So, well, I should probably actually get close. So to me,
okay,
the perfect
that's cool.
scenario here is you absorb
That's
a move,
cool.
they're knocked down, you do a second one, if you read Wake Up, and they get got. And that's juicy, juicy
Don't
damage.
get got.
And they
That's
get
what- yeah,
got.
with this game too, as I've been playing more and more, like characters with sort of parry-like mechanics do very well when it comes to baiting out different wake-ups and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
especially like learning Liu Kang.
Yeah.
I've learned that like people who are very pushy with how they play, gotta watch for that.
Right.
So the other move I gave him is Super Kick, where he transforms into Rain and does the Around the World Mortal Kombat Trilogy kick. So normally he doesn't get a combo. If he amplifies it though, they'll come back around and he gets a combo.
So in lore, are they actually going around the Earth?
Absolutely.
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 Yeah, that's the power of Rain's magic.
I thought so.
There is 80% of the Earth is water, so he has control over that.
And it makes it go faster because he's controlling the water, which
Exactly.
is pushing them. I mean,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
it's it's science.
It's kind of embarrassing you would ask.
yeah. Hey, you're right.
You can also cancel it,
That's
and this
fun.
also has a crushing blow. So the requirement is to hit them with it right after you have canceled it.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
And does it take bar to cancel?
that's nice.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So lastly, I gave him a non-ninja move. This is his Soul Warp.
Oh.
It does a little bit of damage, and it will switch places with the opponent. So an obvious setup would be they have you in the corner.
Yep, switch
and you
them out.
could switch them out, and now they're in the corner.
You don't just stay there?
Nice.
No.
You want to leave the corner? Okay,
Some
good.
people might want to
I
be
think
in
it's
the corner.
cool that it adds a little bit of damage
Okay.
too.
All right, so let's go to another loadout.
Because honestly, most teleports don't.
A lot of people have wondered, because in the trailer he goes from old to young, can you play as the old if you want?
Good question, Stephanie.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
The answer
Oh.
is
No,
you
he's
can.
just young.
That was
Yeah.
just for the trailer.
All right,
you go.
so I'm super into this. I prefer the MK1, like old man, you know, Shang Tsung. So I'm glad he's
Yeah, I like Old Man Shang
So
Tsung
here I
too.
gave him, I think, a combo and zoning variation. The first thing is Triple Skulls is back.
Oh, jeez. You really confused us there back
Yeah.
in the beginning.
He can amplify, and they're super fast. They do really good damage. It has a crushing blow if only the last skull hits. So like if they jump and they jump into the last hit,
Right.
or if they let go a block because they guessed you were only going to do 2.
Similar to Sonya's Underlings, where you.
Exactly.
That
And
would
then
be
Now,
hard.
are the first two highs?
Yes.
So if you just stand up
If
into
you
it,
stand
too.
up into it, yeah. So the real star here, though, is his ground skulls are back.
Oh, I love the ground.
He has a regular version, you can see that range, and he has a far version. And these are awesome space control moves. When he amplifies it, he gets a combo, or you drop it.
There are some people that were really good with that too.
Ooh.
And these moves are awesome. Like you can hit confirm into it. You can use them if you think the opponent's going to like dash up and you know it kind of will stop their movement. I think it's a great move. You are trading off the safety of the Comet because it replaces the Comet
Right.
move. So you're kind of getting significantly better combos, but you are losing like, kind of the safe pushback, so it's kind of a give and take. But personally, this is what I use, and this is actually one of his tournament variations.
Cool.
And it was well, I think Rick being a Shang Tsung fan from Comic Breaker was talking about the Stairway to Heaven combos.
Yes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
this is, yeah.
Yeah, it's classic Shang. This is the variation I use. So let's go to a third.
Ooh, we have a third.
We have a third, and it's
Yeah, I would probably use that too. So far. It's funny because I'm not really into like the MK1, 2, and 3 like throwback outfits. I like the updated stuff.
Oh,
So
Nice.
probably the most asked question if he would have this skin.
Yeah.
And he does, and it looks really cool.
And you've titled this "It Has Begun."
Very cool.
I mean, it's low-hanging fruit.
Pretty awesome.
nailed
Pretty
it.
awesome.
So
What
the
was the other one we didn't name? We wanted to.
Sold out.
Sold
I
Out.
was thinking
Yeah, that was
Sold
a good
Out.
one too.
So the first thing I gave him is Ermac's lift. He transforms into the Crimson Ninja, does his lift. You can amplify it to get a combo.
See,
Second
this is
thing I
where
gave
you
him
really do get
Is
combos.
it
Though.
replaces his slide with Reptile slide, and this one's a low. It goes much farther. He can amplify it, and this has a crushing blow for doing it at
Yeah,
max range.
that just
Oh, damn.
sounds
So
like
similar
you
to Sub-Zero,
create
it's
some really good
dangerous
combos.
in the neutral. So if you're complimenting him with his comments and stuff
Where's it dangerous?
in the neutral, the nooch.
There we
I
go.
don't.
Oh,
use that.
jeez.
Me neither.
I don't like-
Me neither.
that's making me very
Okie
uncomfortable.
dokie.
I hate it more than most things. I hate a lot of things.
And lastly, just as an example of one of his unique new kind of trap moves, he has this firewall. So he'll take out his scroll, and then this firewall appears, and he can kind of hide behind it. If the opponent touches it, they'll take damage. You can also put it behind them,
Right on.
and you can push them into it. And if you amplify it, they'll actually start moving
Not bad.
towards them.
I love like the skull or whatever
Yes.
that's in it. It's
There's
so
like a
cool.
skull.
So you
rune
just
in
made it where it came towards them or away.
Yes,
Or,
you get to choose.
That's pretty cool though. I like that.
So you can just kind of use it as a shield, do your skulls, do up skulls, and they're not going to be able to dash through it without taking damage. You can put it behind them and then do like a block string into it. You can have it go forward. It's kind of your choice. And he actually has a couple other moves like that that we didn't show in the trailer and we didn't show here that are pretty cool.
Because as usual, we're going to have a lot of stuff we want you to experiment with and find as
Yes.
well.
Yep.
Cool.
So I guess Fatal Blow, and
Let's do it.
we're good to go.
I would think we should. I know you had requested to play.
Yes,
as
I want
Shang.
to play some matches.
Cool.
Oh. Okay. Well.
So yeah, we saw this in the trailer.
You too, and you.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
I wish they would have done something different though. Honestly, I mean, I like his morphing, but
I'll go first.
just didn't really hit it for me.
So that is Shang Tsung.
Awesome.
If I'm being honest.
He looks.
All right, so there you go. I think he looks really good. I think a couple of his variations there, you can get a lot of good setups, especially with the Ermac throw. Really looks good. His fireballs, though, I mean, that's classic from like MK9. That's where I used to get fucked up, and people are really good with that. So I might try to practice that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it looks amazing. Can't wait to get my hands on them, and I'm going to. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz, KH Nation, out.